Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Osama Sayyid from islamafterahmadiyya.com. Welcome to another Bites of Truth episode. This video is regarding the call for Chanda by Mirza Ghulam Ahmad of Qadian for the injured soldiers, the injured British soldiers who are fighting in the Transvaal war. Now, most people, if you haven't seen our other video where we mentioned this, you probably don't know what Transvaal is. Transvaal was in South Africa. This was way back, in the at the time of British colonialism. Obviously during Mirza Ghulam's lifetime. This is where the British actually went into Transvaal they got into a war where they actually wanted to steal the diamonds and the gold from that area. They wanted just the resources from that area. So they got into a war with the people there, with also the other colonialists who were there, because they're basically all scrambling for those resources. They were all like, whoever gets it first takes it, So, of course, during these the British government's attempted thefts, some of their soldiers got injured, some died and some got injured, and so Mirza Ghulam actually very disgustingly made a call for Chanda, and I'm going to read now. It's from Majmu'a Ishtiharat, page 218. This is a translation into English. Important notice for our Jamaat. Because the British government has indebtedness of favours on the Muslims of India and Punjab, therefore no matter how much gratitude Muslims show to its kind government, it is not enough, because Muslims still have not forgotten that era when they were in a burning oven at the hands of the Sikhs. And not only was the world of the Muslims being destroyed, but the condition of their faith was worse than this. Let alone fulfillment of religious obligations, many people's lives were taken for giving the adhan, call to prayer. During these circumstances, Allah Almighty sent this blessed government from far for our salvation like a mercy. Not only did they save the Muslims from the clutches of the tyrants, but they established every kind of peace and brought ease and gave religious freedom to such an extent that we are able to propagate our faith properly without any dismay. On the occasion of Eid al-Fitr, I gave an elaborate speech on this subject, brief details of which have gone to the English newspapers, and the remaining elaborate details are due to be published by Mirza Khuda Bakhsh Sahib. On this blessed occasion of Eid, after we mentioned the favours of the government, we drew the attention of our Jamaat, who possess heartiest sincerity for this government, and considers it a great sin to lead a hypocritical life as others do, that everyone should pray for this kind government from their hearts, that Allah Almighty grant them victory in this war that is taking place in Transvaal. And I also said that after the rights of Allah, Islam's great obligation is sympathy for creation, and especially sympathy for the servants of such a kind government, who is a protector of our lives and wealth, and above all our faith is rewarded by Allah. For this reason, the people of our Jamaat, wherever they may be, should give Chanda, according to their ability, for the wounded British officials who have been injured in the Transvaal war. Consequently, the members of our Jamaat are being informed via advertisement that in every city lists should be completed and Chanda be collected and be sent to Mirza Khuda Bakhsh Sahib in Qadian by the 1st of March, because this duty has been allocated to him. Once your money is received with the lists, then this Chanda list will be recorded in the report which has been stated above. Our Jamaat should consider this work important and action it very quickly. Once again, these are the short videos, so if you want the long version, you can go to our video list and you'll see the long version with more elaboration. But this is basically the supposed promised Messiah, who, number one, he loved colonialists. He loved even the whole world. Not long after he died, most of the world knew what colonialism was, and actually rejected it and said this is unfair, and countries should have the right to rule themselves and sovereignty over their own resources. But Mirza Ghulam, his warped view was that colonialism was brilliant and that the British granted the people ease. The British, who, if you watch other videos, you'll see that they were the biggest opium dealers in the history. In history, they were the biggest opium dealers. Opium, of course, is where you get heroin from. So they're basically the biggest drug dealers ever. You know? This is what they did. They taxed a lot of the Indians up to 90% tax. And Mirza Ghulam says that this government grants the Indians ease. Because Mirza Ghulam was a liar. He was a false prophet. He wasn't a prophet at all. He wasn't a messiah, nothing. He's a complete liar. He obviously felt that he wanted to serve the British government, the British colonialists somehow, to get some sort of favours back from them. And obviously he's tried his best to show them, oh, like, we are so loyal to you that even your thieving soldiers in the Transvaal, we're going to raise money for them. Don't worry, we're going to get Chanda from our followers. For your thieving soldiers who are in the Transvaal stealing diamonds and gold, and that's the only reason they were there. Any people who want to doubt that, go and do your research on the Transvaal War, Transvaal. Go check it out, and you will see the genuine truth of that. The history of that war was that it was a scramble for the resources, the gold and the diamonds that were there. They were scrambling for it. The British were there and other colonies were there as well. They're all fighting together amongst the Africans as well, trying to get the gold and the diamonds. And Mirza Ghulam wants to raise Chanda money. This is supposed to be a prophet of a God. This is supposed to be the second coming of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is supposed to be a man who's guided by God, who's supposed to be Hakam and Adalan, who's supposed to come and remove all the falsehood and remove and clarify Islam and clarify and prove the strength of Islam to the world. This is what he's doing. He's trying to raise money for thieves. Obviously, please check the other videos. The other video where we elaborate really deeply with more evidence and everything. And you know, we have even a book by Martin Meredith, who's a historian who wrote a very long book about the subject, to just see that we're not lying, we're not making anything up. Stay tuned for our next episode, inshallah, of Bites of Truth. This is Osama Said saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.